So what is up, guys? Today we are going to be talking about NBA free agency. Every year, tons of guys change teams. Some are absolute shockers and hit you with a Woj bomb like Boogie last year going to the Warriors, but some are just no-brainers. Before we hop into the actual video, make sure to, like and sub to make sure that we can get this content out to as many people as possible. And if this video hits 15 likes, I'll drop a part 2. But to start off, we got Boogie Cousins. Now, I think him returning to the Warriors is 100% out of the question. For me, it really ends up coming between the Lakers and the Clippers. So my thing with the Clippers is, maybe they aren't the biggest destination for someone as of right now, but if I'm not mistaken, they have cap space to sign 2 max free agents. And if they can grab one other big named free agent, and then I think that'll definitely get Boogie to potentially come there, because they already have a very good core there. They have Montrezl Harrell, Landry Shamet, and Lou Williams, and let's say a guy like Kawhi or KD goes there, that is an unstoppable lineup in my opinion. So I definitely think the Warriors will be taking a shot at Boogie, but I'm not sure if they're necessarily going to be able to get him. So next up on this list, I'm going to be talking about a restricted free agent, a real quick one to go over, Kristaps Porzingis. I definitely believe he's getting a max deal from the Mavs. I think Cuban brought him in to stay for a while, and with the team that they're constructing, there's a lot of potential there. So the next one, we're gonna hop into another easy one before we get into these more difficult ones. So next up is Tobias Harris. I really don't see a situation in which Tobias Harris does not re-sign with the Sixers. Maybe I guess if they're a first round exit in the playoffs or something, but I totally do not see that happening. And both Tobias and the team have really seemed to mesh really well together. So I can see that. So I can't see Philly letting him walk at all. Next up is one of the more controversial ones for me, Nikola Vucevic. I personally think he's going to end up with the Mavericks. They've already expressed interest in him, and although he did have a great year last year, making the All-Star game, I think that the Magic let him walk. I think they have what they want in their center in Mohamed Bamba, and I think that he's kind of the perfect fit for the Mavericks team. He can stretch the floor a lot, and if they get themselves a decent point guard, that team is definitely going to be an absolute issue for years going forward. Next up, Julius Randle. Now, I wouldn't necessarily be surprised to see Randle sign a deal and stay in New Orleans, despite all the drama that's been going on at this point. But the spot I personally see him going to, well, I would love to see him going to, this is what I hope personally, is the Denver Nuggets. Him alongside Nikola Jokic would be a ton of fun to watch, and it would be one of the best teams in the NBA to actually watch just for fun, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts on that one. Next up, this one's pretty easy for me. I think that the Celtics lock up Horford for maybe a 3-year deal. He's extremely vital to their team, and he was essentially able to kind of more or less shut down Embiid last year in the playoffs. I feel like their entire team kind of runs through him, and he's like the quarterback of their defense and kind of offense. So that one's kind of easy for me. Next up, we're going to be talking about DeAndre Jordan. Now, I wouldn't be too surprised to see him stay in New York, but it's not necessarily where I can see him going the most. The personal pick for me here is the Lakers. I really think that they're going to try and go all out and try and get Boogie, but I think they whiff on Boogie somehow. And I think next thing they have their eyes set on is the next best center available, and I think in their eyes that would probably be DeAndre Jordan. So I definitely think that I could see DeAndre Jordan going to the Lakers and making that team much better around them. And then next up, I have Marc Gasol. Now, if we're going to be completely honest here, I have no idea where I believe Marc Gasol is going to go. I think it has a lot to do with him mentally. It depends on what he wants. If he wants to play a big role, I don't see him staying with the Raptors. But hey, maybe he doesn't mind coming off the bench, playing less minutes per game since he's getting up there in age, and maybe he signs his player option. I honestly don't know. For this one, you guys should definitely let me know down in the comments, because I would love to hear your takes on it, because I have no idea really. So the next one up is Mirotic. Now, I personally think Mirotic goes to the Nets in the offseason. The Nets currently, I guess, have their 3-and-D power forward that they want in DeMarre Carroll, but he's a free agent this offseason, and it's kind of hard for me to see a future in which they keep DeMarre Carroll. I really just don't see it happening, so I think they let Damari Carroll walk, and they bring in Mirotic to kind of fill the void that he left behind. And I think that he's the better three-point shooter of the two. And then lastly, we're going to be talking about Brook Lopez. Now, I personally think Brook Lopez stays with the Bucks. I know they have a lot of guys on a contract year right now, but I just have the feeling Lopez gets re-signed. I think the odd man out that gets, doesn't get his contract picked up would definitely be Malcolm Brogdon. So I definitely think that they are going to bring back Lopez and let Brogdon walk. Now, if you like this video and want me to drop more like this, make sure you hit 15 likes on this video and I'll drop a part 2. And if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, and sub. This has been BeanKeeper. Thank you for watching. See you next video. I appreciate it.